Hey guys, I figured I'd do your quizzes for you so you can see how I got those answers. First thing I'm going to do is distribute, and I get 6x minus 14. Distribute, and I get 5x minus 5 is equal to 14. Combine like terms, and then solve for x. Same thing, I'm going to distribute. I'm also going to save some time and then combine like terms as well. So I get 15x minus 2, and then I get 10x minus 2 plus 5x. Combine like terms. I get 15x minus 2 is equal to 15x minus 2. These are the exact same. When they are the exact same, it is infinite. However, if you got something that was like -1 is equal to -2, that's when you would get no solution. This next one, I am going to distribute. I get -2x minus 6 is greater than or equal to, and I'm going to distribute this negative sign. So now I get -x plus 7. I'm going to move my x over, so now I have -1x minus 6 is equal to 7. Add 6 to both sides. I have -1x is greater than or equal to 13. Divide -1 to both sides, and I get x. And because I divide by negative, this flips less than or equal to 13. All right, they gave me slope and x-intercept, and they want to know what the y-intercept is. So this x-intercept counts as a random point. So when they give us a random point, we are going to do our point slope. My slope is 2, and it says my x-intercept is -4, which means that y is 0. I'm going to subtract 0. 2 negatives touching means plus. I'm going to distribute. I get 2x plus 8. So what is my y-intercept? It's 8, and we would write that when x is 0, y is 8. All right, what's the slope of this line? I have that y is equal to slope x plus the y-intercept. My y-intercept is 3. Going from there, I go down 3 to the right 1, and that turns into -3x plus 3. All right, again, they give us slope in a random point, which means that we are going to do our point slope form. My slope is 4, and it says that x is 0 and y is 3. X minus 0 is 0, and then distribute. I get 4x minus 3. Add 3 to both sides. I get y is equal to 4x plus 3. What line goes through these 2 points? When they just give us 2 random points, that's when they want us to do our slope equation of y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I know that y2 is 7 minus -1. 2 negatives touching, that's plus over 5 minus 3. So then I get 8 over 2 or 4. Now that I know that it's +4, there's only one that has the slope of +4. And it doesn't even matter what these back numbers are. This is the only thing that matters, is that +4. All right, what is the y-intercept? So to find the x-intercept, I cover up y, and then I solve for x. And I get -4. So when y is 0, I get -4. So that gets me these 2 choices down here. And then to find the y, I cover up x, and then I solve for y. So when x was 0, y was -6. The reason this one is wrong is this is two x-intercepts. What do these two lines have in common? Let's make the equation for it. Slope x, and then the y-intercept was 7, which means that we went down 7 over 5 for our equation. So then we say, what do these two lines have in common? They have the same y-intercept, -5 and 7. That's not true. Same x-intercept. That means that when I plug in 0 for y, I would get the same answer for x. And just this -2 and -7 should tell you right away that that's not true. They have the same slope. Obviously not true. -2/5 and -7/5 are not the same, which means that if these two lines are not the exact same, or these two lines are parallel, then they must intersect. Okay? So if it's not y-intercept or same slope, they must intersect. Which one of these is not a function? If I look down A's x column, I have no repeats, so A is a function. B, if I draw a straight line going through it, it only crosses once, so that's a function. D, straight line through it, I get a function. And C, I have a repeat in x with the number 6 and 6. Okay, this next one says replace x with this number and solve. So 1 times -3 is -3. And then -3/6 becomes -1/2 minus 5. And that is the same as -5 1/2. This next one says x, y. So this is my x, this is my y, and f of x also means y. So they're just saying if you know that vocab and replace everything with what it equals. So I'm changing f of x to y, and then y to -6. And then I'm changing this x to this x. It just happens to still be x, so we can leave it. If it was a number, we would change that x with that number. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. I have -1 is equal to 1/3 x. Divide by a fraction really means multiply by the reciprocal, and I get x is equal to -3 over 1, or just -3. All right, an apartment has a payment of $2,000 to start and $800 per month. The $800 per month plus $2,000. What is the system solution? So you're just looking at where do they cross, and then you're going straight down to the x-axis and saying where do they cross. When they cross at x equals 2. So if you look at your x-axis at 2 and go up to where they cross, that's where they got x equals 2. This next one, I'm going to just change y for what y equals. Y equals x. I'm going to distribute, and I get -3x. Combine like terms, I get 2x is equal to 12. Divide from both sides, I get x is equal to 6. For this guy, all I'm going to do is I'm going to plot 0, 4 and 2, 2 on my graph and go down. When I do that, it crosses at 1, 3, at x equals 1, x equals 3. So what's the solution? It's when x is 1. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me.